All right, welcome back again. We are going to go through the simple steps that I've created to make your first Google site. Now, again, if you have done this already, please feel free to skip to the questions, complete the questions, and then move on to the third section where we look at building your site a little bit more. So basically, we want to get started on the WCCS portal. Google Sites is where we'll go next, and then we go to create your own. This will then bring you to the hub, I guess, of your own sites. Now, I have a number of sites, some of which that I've created, some of which have been shared with me. You can go through here and select your sites. These are the sites that are owned by me. You can go to the ones that aren't owned by me, and this will take you to the ones that have been shared with me. Now, down the very bottom is a beautiful rainbow plus button, and this is the magic button that you click to create your new site. Now, as soon as you click on this button, it's going to generate the standard Google site page for you. Now, we're not going to go into too much detail, but I do want to show you some design elements that I really like and I really appreciate. So this is the standard. Everyone has the same when you click on that rainbow plus button. Okay. The first thing you should think of is obviously the course that you're doing, and then give it a name. Now, there are 3 areas that you're going to be giving yourself a name. The titles can be different, but you're going to want to keep them fairly regular. So your page title, all right, this is the intro to your big page. So I'm going to call this one just something I'm familiar with, and I'll change it later for the purpose of other people and their syllabus. So I'm going to do 11 Modern History. All right, done. Click anywhere to get out. It all will make sense. Now this one as well, what am I going to call it? I'm going to call it 11 Modern History. This will automatically update. So that's not really one of the titles. The third title is in the publish name. So when you go to publish, it'll ask you what kind of web address do you want at the extension here. Now, I would probably just put 11 Modern. I don't know if that's taken. It is taken. Let's put 11 Modern History. And that is available. Excellent. So I'm going to publish that later. You can publish this now. It doesn't matter. I'm going to publish it later. All right. So I've got my titles done. Now, I want to add a page. All right. So you've got this display panel here. This is basically all the functions you need for your Google site. I'll take you through them. Text box, fairly standard. If you want to insert a text box, you can click this button and it'll insert a text box. If you want to include an image, it'll ask you to which option. Do you want to upload from your computer, or do you want to select it from maybe a Google site, Google Drive? Do you want to embed something? Do you want to embed a URL? So this works really well with YouTube videos. If you want to upload something from the Drive, it will then open up the panel and you can select through your Drive. I almost always go to recent and it helps me there. If you want to delete anything or edit things, simple. One other kind of trick is to just double click anywhere in this white space and it'll come up with those 4 options for you. So we're going to put in our first text and we're going to put in a little bit of a blurb. Welcome to stage 6 preliminary modern history. It's a little bit of a mouthful. That's going to be a little bit like a subheading. So I'm going to make it a subheading. Okay. And maybe I'll put it in the middle. All right, awesome. Now, a couple of the other design elements that you can put on your page. You can put in layouts that have already been made for you. Now, this makes it easy, but it also offers, what's that word? Consistency. So something like this, you can make them smaller. You can add text. But with this particular one, you can just, they've made it so that you can upload anything. You can upload a video, you can upload an image, you can upload a document from the drive. If you want to make a copy, a duplicate of that section, you can. It, again, gives it consistency. Once you've developed the sizings that you want and things like that, you can also change the background color. Now, you are restricted in terms of the style, and we'll go into style and theme a little bit later, but this is where you find you've got a couple of different things that you can do. Now, I don't particularly like that color with this theme, but you can go into a couple of other different trials and have a go for yourself. One other thing that I like with Google Sites is that it almost automatically kind of gives you a designer's feel. Now, I'm just going to get rid of this. And I'm going to show you one that I really like. As soon as you finish typing in your title, when you press enter, it automatically kind of prepares you for a subheading. Probably wouldn't put those two together, but just another design element that you should be thinking of. So I'm going to put in this here. I like this type of layout. But I will also take you through some of these things. Now, table of contents. I haven't tried these. These layout options came in after I had done all the hard work on my sites. But if you want a table of contents, they all appear as headings. All right. It's worth to play around with these, but I'm going to show you a couple of other things. Image carousel. Now, if you are interested, this image carousel is really interesting. I've used it for my ancient class. Basically, you can put in a bunch of images, and it is like a portfolio almost. It works really, really well with TAS subjects and Kappa subjects and primary subjects. Primary courses. Buttons. You can create buttons that you need to have a link to prepared earlier. So it's basically a link to another page. If you want to put in the student booklet modern history, you can link the PDF here and it'll allow them to take it straight away. I've got a few buttons in my Google Sites that you can have a look at. Dividers are good. They just give a little bit of a very subtle break in the page. You can upload from YouTube automatically. You can search. You can add your classroom calendar if that's something that you want to do. Maps, docs, slides, sheets, forms, charts, etc. I will quickly go into the pages section and show you a little bit more about how to add a page. Down the bottom, adding a page. If you want to add a link that is similar to the button, and we'll go through that a little bit later. Adding a page. My first page is going to be an administration page. Oh, custom path. I don't need a custom path. That's on its own. All right, so my first administration page. Now, I don't want it to look like a title page, so I'm going to change the header type and just say title only. It doesn't have to be big and flashy. It's a boring admin page. Basically, at this stage, you can also go through and insert what you want. So I'd probably put student booklet, completion table, and lesson outline. Oh, she can't spell. lesson. Okay, and I'd go through and add to those selections as well. One of the things I do want to make sure I show you is the different themes you can get. Now, there aren't a whole lot. These are the original ones that we've got. I'll take you back to the homepage just so you can see a few of the changes that is made when you select something like changing in theme. So I'm going to make this colour for now, and you'll see some of the changes to the colours. So I use impression a lot. I like simple because it is simple, but with that you can also change the colours that you use. Now if your organisation has colours like William Carey, you can choose the William Carey Blues. I don't know where it is, but you can choose it. Or they have already kind of set ones that kind of have complementary colours. Yuck. Okay. Font style, you can change it to heavy, classic, or light. They do offer some freedom with that, but they don't want to overwhelm you with design aspects, which I think is really great. Vision is another one that I really like. Classic, just whatever suits your style. I like going for the more nude, neutral kind of colours because I think it's more calming on kids. But again, wow, can't do that. You'll find that some of mine more look like this than anything else. Let's go for a mulberry. There we go. I don't like that, but oh gosh, why yellow? Alright, we're going to stick with this for now. Font style. No, it's not terrible. Okay. So basically I've got 2 pages. Now you see up here, this is our control navigation panel. Now you can choose to have side navigation or top navigation. It really doesn't matter. The only thing that will change with side navigation is the size of your screen. If you have a very wide screen, your navigation panel will be seen at all times if it's on the side. If you have a small panel, it will be hidden and you'll just select, which is a really nice little feature there. So here are some of the different, I'll probably go back. That's kind of nice, a little bit too pinkish for me. But there's some of the design things that you can do and you can manipulate in your own site. So I hope that this has been helpful in just creating the shell for your site. In the next section, we're going to be looking into how we can put more information in according to your syllabus.